What's up, my friends and my new friends? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're going to be talking about Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, the best custom character race in the game. Now, this could go so many different ways. A lot of you guys are probably like, oh crap, here we go again. COG did a Dark Souls 3 video of the best armor in the game. Now he's making a video about the best custom characters in the game. I'm basically going to help you guys get a better understanding of the custom characters, and I'm going to let you guys decide, but I'm also going to decide as well. And I've kind of already made up my mind on this. The two custom characters that I prefer over all of the other races in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, for one, are the female Saiyan race. Let me explain, okay? Well, this can either go both ways, either the female Saiyan or the male Saiyan. Both of them are alright, but the female Saiyan, I really think she's awesome. You know, you have the ability to create a female character, she's kick-ass looking, and a lot of people are most likely going to choose male Saiyan. So, you guys were asking me in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 1, hey man, why didn't you do like a female Saiyan playthrough or create a female Saiyan? Well, guys, I'm listening to your calls, and here I am creating a female Saiyan. This is Smash with me for Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. And, you know, she's got a lot of talent. She's got a lot of potential. And I'm really looking forward to going far with this character. And I can kind of see it. She's an awesome, spectacular creation that I've developed. And I hope you guys will enjoy her too. Now, the female Saiyan, probably not as strong as powerful as the male Saiyan. Because, you know, the male can be more dominant, and the female can tend to be submissive to the dominant sometimes. I don't know where I'm going at with this. But anyway, I really enjoy playing as the female Saiyan. I've encountered so many battles against male Saiyans in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 online during the beta, and to me, both of them seemed pretty evenly matched when it comes to PvP and skill. But it just depends, you know, like what you pick for your character. Are you just gonna do like fighting, or are you gonna build them around Ki? What I did is I built my character primarily around Ki, because originally you start off with Super Saiyan, and then you have to work your way up to Super Saiyan 2 and 3, and eventually, you know, by distributing those boost attribute points into Ki, you'll eventually automatically get Super Saiyan 2 and Super Saiyan 3 transformations during PvP, during parallel quests, during story. You're just going to be able to transform into a Super Saiyan 3. You know, you could do that immediately, in fact. You build up the required amount of Ki, like 5 bars. You're not even a Super Saiyan. You could go straight to Super Saiyan 3. If you just build up like 3 Ki bars, you could go straight to Super Saiyan 1 or Super Saiyan 2, but you gotta build up 5 to get Super Saiyan 3, so you could just hold it out and just wait, and eventually you'll get Super Saiyan 3 with your custom character within that PvP battle. But the more you play, the more you progress, the faster and the more likely it is you will be able to unlock the Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan 2 transformations for your female and male Saiyan characters. You don't just get them like automatically when you start the game. You gotta bust your ass and you gotta work for those transformations. And I can kind of, you know, it's fine with me. You know, I didn't really have a problem. It's just really grindy to get those. So let me know what you guys thought on that. But anyway, I actually really liked playing as a female Saiyan character. You know, she's really amazing. Her combos are great. She does a lot of damage, especially when she's transformed with that ×4 Kaioken Kamehameha. You know, if you hold that down or like double tap it, I couldn't really entirely figure out how it works. But there are several times where I like double tapped it and I was able to like do an additional Ki blast within the ×4 Kaioken Kamehameha, and it did an increased amount of damage than it regularly did. But the problem is it drains your stamina, and a lot of players in this game are going to look at your stamina and see where it's at, and they're going to take advantage of that opportunity and wreck you if your stamina is depleted and theirs isn't. So you kind of really got to watch out for that and be really careful with some of the ultimate attacks that you do, because you could use one, all of your stamina will be depleted, you'll be exhausted, and you'll just have to be waiting to recover your stamina. And within that waiting period, you're getting your ass kicked by somebody that's just like looking at your stamina and watching it like replenish while he's just kicking your ass, inflicting as much damage as you can, because while he's doing that, you can't do shit. You can't, like, you know, like instant transmission or after image, you can't do anything maybe like if you inflict a couple of blows on him first before he inflicts his blows on you, after you recover with just enough time, but you are still gonna have to wait for your stamina to replenish, and he's gonna kick your ass before you know it. You could be dead, you could still have a little bit of health left, and you'll be able to use instant transmission, possibly even build up your ki, and just obliterate the guy after transforming and using an ultimate attack. So that's just my opinion on the female Saiyan character. I really like her. I think she's the best race in the game. Well, one of them. I'm going to get to the other here shortly. So, you know, the female Saiyan, the male Saiyan, they kind of like work both ways. So it's whichever you prefer. Do you want to play as a male Saiyan? Do you want to play as a female Saiyan? I know a lot of you guys are probably going to be playing as Saiyan characters. Me, personally, I'm probably going to stick with Smash with me and my female Saiyan. Let's go ahead and go into the second character race that is just bomb-ass in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. The second character race that I really like in Xenoverse 2 would have to be the Frieza race. Why? Because the combos are OP like you wouldn't believe. And, you know, I haven't had a lot of, like, time with the Frieza race, maybe at least, like, 4, 5, 6 hours during the beta. I was able to get in some good gameplay, not enough gameplay, but, like, I did get my ass handed to me in a couple of games. But the Frieza race is really broken in OP when it comes to combos, and maybe not so much with ultimate attacks, but I'm going to kind of have to like tie the Frieza race with the Saiyan race, and both of them are somewhat similar, except with the Frieza race, you don't have to worry about unlocking multiple transformations, because you can go immediately to turn golden in a parallel quest and story, you know, in PvP just right off the bat. All you have to do is get like 3 key bars, and you're going to be able to transform and turn golden. Once you get those required amount of key bars, you're going to be able to turn golden, and there's going to be a significant damage increase when you're transformed, when you're inflicting combos to your opponent. So you could literally distribute like like all of your points into just like fighting and not have to worry about ki, and then you could turn golden and inflict like a 40, 50, 60, or 20, however many combo you can do to that person. You're going to be inflicting a lot of damage to that guy, like a lot of damage. So it kind of depends what you guys prefer, but I think that the Frieza race looks really broken and amazing. His skill set is great, and I really enjoy it. His transformation is absolutely stunning and spot on. So I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you prefer the Frieza race or do you prefer the Saiyan race? The reason why I don't really like the Earthling race and the Namekian race, and the reason why I don't like the Buu race, the Namekian, and the Earthling race, I'm going to kind of break that down and get further into detail about that in a different video, but I'm going to kind of brainstorm and talk a little bit about those 3 different races in this video, just a little bit about why I don't like them, why I didn't choose them over the Saiyan and the Frieza race. The reason why is with the Buu race and the Namekian race and the Earthling race can kind of tie into this. Once you use your transformation with either of these races, and if in any way it gets broken or you lose your transformation and the time runs out, you're going to be very vulnerable to attack, and it's really going to be like unfortunate and unlucky for you. And because, you know, with this game, so many players are going to be looking at how much stamina you have left, and they're going to be taking advantage of that. And the number one issue with these races is when you transform into a great Namekian or giant Namekian, you've got a limited amount of time to inflict as many blows as you can before your stamina is drained and depleted, and you're just left vulnerable to attack. So you guys kind of got to figure out, okay, do I want to, like if you're going to pick a Namekian or a Buu or an Earthing race, you kind of got to figure out between the 3 which one, you know, works best. But out of the 3, I really like the Namekian race just because of the combos and the long range distance with like the arm stretching capabilities, the arm extension. It's just really brutal, and you could just reach out and catch an enemy from like a distance, and you don't really have to be close to him. So it's kind of cool to have that ability, and the ability to go huge and giant. Once you transform, you're making yourself very vulnerable to attack afterwards, because your stamina is going to be depleted, your character is going to be like kind of briefly stunned, and you're just going to have to wait to replenish your stamina for a while, and in the meantime, you could get your ass kicked, handed to you, and you won't be able to do anything against your opponent until your stamina is replenished. Now, another thing about the Earthling race and the Boo race, it's kind of the same. They're not all that different from each other, because with the Namekian race, he's really OP, like long range with the arm extension abilities, but he's really OP close range when he becomes giant. Like, I'm not lying to you guys, he's amazing, the Namekian race. With the Boo race, on the other hand, once you transform, you have a limited amount of time again, and your stamina gets depleted the longer you are transformed. Once that stamina is depleted, you lose your transformation, and you leave yourself vulnerable to attack because you're stunned, and you know, your opponent can just do so much damage to you in the meantime. That's the weakness with these three races that you gotta watch out for, so pick wisely which characters you're gonna pick. The Boo race does a lot of ultimate attack damage. Like with Super Vanishing Ball, he can inflict a lot of damage to the opponent when he's transformed. And when he's not transformed, he can't do Super Vanishing Ball. When he's transformed, he can do Super Vanishing Ball. Now, with the Earthling race, it's kind of the same case with comparing it to the Namekian and the Boo race. Because, you know, after time, like your stamina doesn't really like go down while you're on the Nimbus Cloud, but your opponent can easily get behind you, knock you off of your Nimbus Cloud, and then you're left vulnerable to attack. Your opponent can literally mess you up. Like, I lost more games playing as an Earthling race compared to the Namekian, the Boo, the Frieza, and the Sand race. I probably won the most games as the Frieza and the Sand race and the Namekian race. But the Boo race and the Earthling race just really didn't cut it for me. But all these characters are really amazing, guys. I really enjoy the creation for the custom characters and like the development process and everything. It's really inspiring and encouraging and motivational. And I really appreciate the fact that Bandai put a lot of more effort this time into Xenoverse 2 and were able to create better looking and amazing characters. And we were able to do that in Xenoverse 1. There's just more options now for Xenoverse 2. That's pretty much all I got for you guys today. Let me know what you thought of this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a big thumbs up. Thank you so much for taking the time today to watch this video. I greatly appreciate it. Please keep living life to the fullest every single day. Live positive and enjoy life. If you guys enjoyed this video, please click that share button. Click the thumbs up button. Subscribe. Turn mobile notifications on. If you don't have those turned on already, I'll really appreciate it. And I guess I'll see you guys on my next video. Oh, and lastly, what do you guys think the best race is? Frieza, Namekian, Earthling, Saiyan, Majin Buu? I don't know. What do you guys think? Peace.